Did I put it there? Something? All right. So it's been was it a few weeks or not? Something like that. Yeah, there was a thing that came up there a few days ago, right? And I got very sick there during the week, and I was pure in bed, like, you know. But I would say Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, they were the worst days, you know. I don't understand the obsession that someone had during that time. It's pretty crazy, you know. But that's pretty deep stuff, you know. Mm-hmm. Shoo. Hello. All right. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. So we're going to review the K9 album, gentlemen, and we'll just go through them and we'll do some explaining with it, gentlemen. I think there's something going around, all right, in terms of the the unwellness in the air. I think there's something, yeah. But then once you get it, you don't have to worry about it too much, gentlemen. When you get it, gentlemen. Mm. Hello, Akil's Smart and Gomez. Are you alright? Hello, Mace Vincent. Are we all doing of the okay, as they say? Gentlemen. Mm-hmm. Blah, blah, blah. A doobie dolls, doobie doobie. Mm-hmm. That's why everyone loves or they can rock the boat, isn't it? Thinking of it now, do you know what I mean? It's interesting. Mm. Thankfully, when it comes to my energetic expressions of the world, I rather translate it into this kind of stuff. And the every night, scheduling of something. And then, yeah. But I think that's why people like crime documentaries and all that stuff, or the real life kind of stuff that goes on, because it's like a morbid fascination that you have in your psyche. Um, but it's like, you know what I mean? Mm. Mm. All right, we go through the what's it called? Yeah. All right. So, so in the news now, they're saying it's another thing, and that's a new thing. But I don't know if that's a narrative like decision, or is it factual, actual. You know what I mean? Okay. So we go to 100 cents. You know what And we'll do some explaining, you know. So 100 cents, over 100 cents for the crazy is in relation to the corn. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. So that part was describing back when I was around 14 or 15. There used to be like a load of goth people there on like Paul Street. Do you know what I mean? That was years ago. And there was a thing going around, and it was called incense. And for some reason, they all liked that. Although I didn't take any of that stuff, but it was going at the time. Like, you know, but, I just remember it and thought it would be a good thing to put in a song. Do you know what I mean? In relation to this, really, I'm going to do that further. Do you know what I mean? Fucking pure decent, do you know what I mean? Work done on that. So before we go on to the second song, Saturday and Sunday we were doing some room family vacation stuff, recording stuff. Sunday I got really sick, but I still was able to record the vocals for it. But my nose was like running like crazy. Then Monday and Tuesday I was just in bed, and Wednesday as well. Thursday it started to kind of get a bit better. Even now I'm still sort of coughing, but and there's something. It's just a time of the year, I think. I know. But, yeah. Second song. What is this song? I forget it. People will be here even when you die. All right. I hope you can hear that now. You know? I don't even know if you can. But let's throw it up anyway, the volume. You know? if it is low. So secret is like, well, hey, go on. Yeah. I never went in there though because I'm kind of only getting a bookie, do you know what I mean? But you kind of want a bit more, don't you? But I think in those places, it's a bit restricted, isn't it? I don't know. That's a narrative correlation to the, I guess, the online sphere. You know, yeah. The merely cookies, you know. It just came up with my thing. I don't know. So seeing you later, it means like, you know, like if you're after a day and you're like, it's been a while, you know what I mean? Because man hasn't been going to that, but yeah, when my mood is a bit in the mood for it, then you know, but yeah, once in a while, like. You know? But I think if you're with someone and you're like with somebody and you're loyal with them and there's love there and it's between you, the last thing you want to be doing is venturing off into that kind of thing and not saying it to the one that you love. Unless two of you are in it, then belt away. But if it's just you going away and you don't tell like the person you love, like it's a bit, you know what I mean? It's a bit. Anyway. I couldn't get the voice all deep up here, so I put like a pitch thing and a over it. So just like creator. Yeah, I was on a party years ago when I was like bloody 16 or 17. I don't know. No, actually, no, I was actually around 20. And there was a group of us that knew each other. And it was good memories, you know. So with quote of the day, I'm currently going with the correlation of the guy. Um, it's kind of a correlation, you know. I delved into it pretty, you know, deep, and I kind of know some of the authors that were brought up and stuff. So I'm gonna kind of have that as a narrative context for the next while. I might have to do something Christmas Eve or the Christmas, but we'll keep the thing. I don't know. That was people will be here even when you die. Do you know what I mean? This is number three now, we're on to. That's a pleasure there, like. Do you know what I mean? So we'll explain it there. Do you know what I mean? Thanks for tuning in. The double rainbow. You're not me and I'm not sorry. Take 2 hits of your Bacardi. I'm not one to drink, not sorry. Bowls of cola or my body. I just need a minute so I can like say that. I don't even care if you're yellow or white, black. Back is any man is fire. He doesn't. I feel coming. To retire, origin of him not sure of. He could be from Mother Noah. I know that the opposite don't like to say that. I don't even care if you're yellow. I don't even know where it's from, so I just put that in there as the. So on. So, K9 is the name of this album, right? And I called it that because when you looked up Collinz with a Z, that also came up. But that's like a dog grooming place. Much love. Um, there was also Celine Dion or something like that. Do you know what I mean? That came up with it. But that's what I called it that. Then I looked up K9 and some movie came up and gay, that shit is fucking gay, do you know what I mean? But it ain't what I like. But I wasn't aware of that movie. But that came up when typing after finding out. Take a simple syrup with a hit so one can get them. Relinquish your place a title, even in the midst of idle. I don't even think I have the words to say that. Say it in a certain key or in a B flat. I know nothing about that grammar. Couldn't read for shiz I clamored. All those results got me hammered. Practically was enamored. So that had to do with an English class back in like the junior sort of years. We had a lady teacher who was lovely, and I remember it. You know? I don't know, just came into my head. I mean, she had sandals on, like, you know, it just got me going, you know what I'm saying? Even back then, you know. I don't know, they were heels, but they were shown, you know what I mean? So when you put the head down there like that and you're like doing a project or something, or you're writing something or whatever in school, and you can't help with your eyes do that, like. So you kind of just, well, but you're still in the middle of your. This is that's a pleasure there, like, you know. Get well soon, boys, you know. Boys and girls. This was inspired, ready-made. I was busking one day, and this girl randomly wanted to do some One Direction songs. And I said, that's not bother. And so she did a few One Direction songs. And then she randomly said microwave. Then a few other people kind of started randomly saying microwave. And then I'm thinking to myself, if that person's at home having a good vibe, you know, good, having a good time, you know, she goes to the microwave, like, you know, correlation, like a nice positive correlation here. I don't know. Is that loud enough? I hope it's loud enough. I don't know. When I put that line in, there was a little creative difference happening, but we actually made it work. And I changed a few words of some songs in the last week correlation. But you know, I guess those moments can get a bit annoying, but then you kind of, you know, you get something, you know. I was ready, man. Oh boy, yeah. Hello there, how's it going? Wish you all the best in that. Very good. Okay. So yeah, there's a few things that happened when I was like 6. And it was very, yeah, even these days it's kind of like that. But, you know, I kind of got through it in some way, but then again, no, I don't know. I was a good actor on the day of church. But being beside the dancers in this correlation is a positive one. Because when you're going down the side street kind of thing, you know, you pass it quite a bit. Just go onto the music thing. So there's a positive correlation there with that a little bit. But it's whatever the mind wants to I don't know. Three on one, right? That was a show of deception there. Like, so, this one, like, I made an AI video thing there with that back in like 2024. And you know what's weird? I had the smiling thing on it for a long time. Then all of a sudden, this smiling thing comes up, and it's like a short, like. But I find that weird. I don't know. It's odd. But I don't even know if I played it. It's just an instrumental, like. But I suppose I played it for it. I was just messing with the AI, like that's really all that was going on there. Like, I don't know. Do you know what's actually pretty sad, right? Remember that tiny chat thing from years ago? That has been a group chat for a very long time, right? And recently, it's not that anymore. It's like it's a pure random one-on-one chat now, and I think they should change it back to the because there's no other site that you can just go onto it and you know what I mean. I checked it there. That was a few nights ago, 2 nights ago, for the first time in like ages, and I think that's kind of bad for him. Anyway, it's a little thing. Well, I'm sure all the other people that were on it would feel they probably all felt the same way or something. But just that was over fucking years. Nothing. Hmm. Where are we? Fuck. So most of that part explains itself, and in both yeah, I don't know what that means. Yeah, I'm sure the power of all your human minds that come through and say hi will be able to put it all together, you know. Yeah, it was a fuck there, you know. Uh, so I had he is not feeling it on the homepage for a while on the Collins music page, but it's now on It Is Over because we're kind of close to Christmas in some way. Uh, So on the quote of the day page, we're kind of on that correlation. The amount of narrative correlations that were taken from that long thing is kind of mad. You know? What else? Collinz quotes. I still put a quote up every night. I mean, every for a little line in the song. And just, if something happens, maybe something changes, but it's still like big, 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 big. Ah, what else is there? Yeah, the undiscovered thing. Then the views are currently kind of staying, but when they go like that, it's very annoying. It is frustrating. But I like to keep it going, and I put a quiz thing up asking, do you want a quiz? And when you vote, I don't know who votes, so it's completely an anonymous thing. So if you come across it, leave a little thing if you want a something or not a something. You know? English. That's a language. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's review Do It, I suppose. Had that for a good while, a good year and a bit. So that's part. I saw these shorts of like it was like skeletons or something, and this war song kept coming on. It was like dum dum dum. It just kept coming up on my phone, you know? And so I kind of remembered it, and I did a little strange Eastern European Russian type of fucking chant, and yeah. Then all of a sudden, in the news thing, something comes up about it, which is, I think, a narrative story. It's not a story that is accurate to the information that is there. I think they keep changing. Anyway, if they're not sure on it, you know, they see some boy in like I don't know a grass thing, and they just the photo thing of that of it's odd. No, yeah. I like that mix. I think the mix is alright. You know what I mean? I like that. I put it through a multipressor. That's like this. I put a multipressor on it. I just kind of threw it up. I had a limiter after it then. I had a compressor at the start. And I had a great discussion with someone the other day about attacks and releases and all that. And I thought it was interesting, your ratio, and so that was because I'm always open to listening to information to try and see if I'm doing something that's a bit over there or over there, but. I still love Last Christmas, right? Last Christmas, great song. And that other one he has was song. He has a good few ones. I mean, it's all like when I make something like that, it's kind of like it's meant to speak about something, but not. It doesn't mean you dislike the things, but you like, you're trying to explain a point that makes the point of the genre that's completely there, and it's just like, hello, my lovey. Whereas with me, I rather it be fuck. Do you know what I mean? It's just like I don't know. I mean, if you got a friend and they're born that way, they're still human as well, like, you know. So that's what I was kind of explaining. But you're like, I don't know, it's kind of emphasized pretty precisely in some way. I don't know why did I leave that? I wonder sometimes what is made. I mean, everyone knows I'm all about there, like, you know. I think the multipressor, I think it done something there. It reminds the sound, like, so I don't know. Well, I put a bit of distortion on it as well, and I don't know, it's a bit too much, but it gave it that sizzle, but it was still a bit kind of, but it was like, I had that, you know what I mean? I was looking for. Annoying, man. So annoying. That's about the 4 or 6 year old thing. Mm. Yeah, that was a duet there, like, so. I want to play. I want to play something now. If anyone plays the game on their phone, where it's like, you know, but it's in relation to that. There was a song that was on the game, and now it's not there anymore, and I don't know if I should feel annoyed or not. But and why would I be annoyed? Who cares? But and I'll play it there. So like, you kind of, I mightn't be able to play it, but you might know it. Like, Yeah, do you remember how many people have done that with their heads through the years, and then done that thing? Like that's taken from that. It's just it's so fascinating. God, why is it fascinating? I don't know. That's crazy. I suppose that content is too in your face for the general public. So I think when people out there take nuances from it and put it in something like um, they're trying to express, uh, it makes the public like aware of that, but they probably looked at the thing as well, and but they don't say it to anyone. But the content that is being taken in um, is like, oh, I get it. Do you know what I mean? Shit's kind of loud. Oh, what's the theme again? Theme of it again. Fuck. I don't even know it. Something like that. Something, you know. Anyway, yeah. All right, I'm going to finish that there. And hello to those people that said hello. Hola, soy Rokio. Rokio, qui rose, qui raz, qui raz, qui raz. Um, I'm gonna before I go off. Actually, I'm gonna show some love to the last live stream people, and have a big fart as well. It's better out than in, but you know you got to keep it kind of civil as well. So the last live stream on the chat replay with the top fans, with a few in there. There's a few there. Gemma Casey was number one. Thank you, Gemma. IV Bet 7U77. What's the rest of it? Whelan was number two. Mary Line Lanvier was third. Katie Queen G7Y was fourth, and Caden Oru was fifth with a very interesting profile photo. And I hope you don't mind me checking that out, you know. Anyway, yeah, thanks for that. And the current one, whenever I go live again, I will do a similar thing like that. So, all right. I can't. How can I do that now? Oh, that doesn't really work, does it? No, it doesn't really. Shit. All right.